Thanks to Newport Aviation, I had the opportunity to photograph at an airport again with Miss Rhode Island 2019 Molly Andrade. Molly is a junior at Endicott College studying business management and political science. She's also a resident of Middletown, which is why I thought it was perfect to photograph on Aquidneck Island. As soon as I knew I wanted to photograph at the Newport airport, I needed to do some research as to who to contact to make it happen. I also knew that I wanted to get some shots that I've already taken with airplanes, so that way they knew that I was someone who they could take seriously. The challenge with coordinating a shoot like this is you need to set scheduled times to do it, and it needs to be times that are convenient for the people who are helping you. So because of that, we did shoot in direct sunlight, which is very scary for a lot of people who haven't done that or don't do it very often, but it was very bright, there were very little clouds in the sky, and we needed to make sure that we had the right shadows for Molly to hide in, so we made sure that the planes were casting enough shadow for Molly. Airports are loud. They are very, very loud. So another thing we needed to do was create some hand signals so that way Molly knew what I wanted her to do and when to do it. Otherwise, she could literally not hear me over all of the engines. I do find it very, very important to get to know who is going to be in front of your camera, because it really does make a difference in the photos if they're comfortable with you or if they're not. So with the Miss America title holders, I always like to get to know their social initiative and share them with you, because that's really what this organization is about. So Molly's is called Sarah, which stands for Sexual Assault Resistance and Awareness, and she's working to combat sexual assault and empower women through self-defense. When you are planning photo shoots, if you don't have a stylist, it's important to communicate with the model. That way you can kind of help them pick out what you have as a vision for this. So what I told Molly is I really wanted a flowy dress that she could kind of play around with, and we could get some very beautiful shots with some wind. We did, however, start off with this beautiful green dress, and the nose of the airplane was pointing towards the grass, so we started playing around with the tail end of the airplane. That way we didn't have the hangar as our background. After we got a few dramatic shots with the tail end, we flipped the plane around and started shooting with the front of it. We had so much sunlight for this photo shoot, so I had my ISO so low and my shutter speed so high, which really allowed for these sharper images, but I also wanted to edit them so they were a little bit more dulled down colors, which really allowed the shots to look dramatic. With any form of artwork, it's important to consider what your end goal is for your piece of art. So for these, I knew that it was a pageant shoot, so it could be used for autograph cards, for advertisement, for thank you cards. So I knew I needed a lot of space that words could be written, text could be written on the images, which is why I did allow for a lot of extra headspace. Overall, I had so much fun with this photo shoot, and I cannot wait for December 19th to watch Molly Andrade compete for the title of Miss America.